I am so confident of this that I openly challenge any individual scientist, physicist, or organization anywhere $5,000 through our company, Sacred Word Publishing, to show us two witnesses which verify or confirm through repeatable experimentation that the Earth is moving or that there is curvature. I respectfully even extend this challenge to you as well, and I pray that you take me up on it. Mark.
Wait, challenge to who?
To anybody. Him, any organization, any astrophysicist, any NASA scientist, anybody.
So you can use that on your show.
Open.
You can use that on your show now, Mark.
Right.
Fantastic. Yeah, well, make sure. Yes, forward that to me. Definitely. That's awesome.
Well, this is great news, and it could get even better than that.
Let's see if we can get it 50,000, 100,000, and offer it as challenge. And if we can get it that high, it's going to be big news.
Hello everybody, Steiner here. Welcome to Controversy Central, where we take on controversies that really matter. So from what we're hearing, it seems this controversy regarding the flat Earth could become very lucrative. And here's another offer that'll be hard to refuse.
Until someone can show me proof of this alleged pear-shaped oblate spheroid, some type of curvature, an authentic picture, something outside of Nazi NASA and GoPro fisheye lens, CGI, computer-generated images, until someone can show me proof of this ball and explain how we can see skylines 60 to 100 miles away, I'll delete my Instagram. It's 4,000 followers. I'll delete my YouTube channel. And I'll be the first to admit, I'll be the first one to sit here and say, I was wrong, people. I fell into it, yada, 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 whatever. In fact, let's go ahead and go with this. I'll wire you the money. I'll PayPal it. I'll send you a check, whatever. $1,000. $1,000 to anyone that can prove it's a ball. To anyone that can prove that we're spinning and flying through space. Show me curvature. Show me an authentic picture. Show me something. Because right now, where I'm sitting, it's just not going to happen.
Well, I just checked, and T-Stew's YouTube channel is still up and operational. He apparently first made the offer in April of 2016, and today, at the end of August 2017, his offer still stands. So, since we just heard him make the claim that he would remove this and other social media channels of his if he is proven wrong, I will assume that he has not yet been convinced that the Earth is round. I hope that my videos will convince him. Of course, this leads me to voice a thought that has been nagging me ever since I decided to take the challenge and produce videos with enough evidence for any unbiased evaluators to rule that I have indeed proven beyond reasonable doubt that the Earth is round. Of course, in light of the following rather odd statement that Garcia made early on concerning the reward money, I'm not holding my breath in anticipation.
Yeah, me too. And nobody has to put anything up, because we know they can't do it. And so it's just a bounty, like a reward.
Put me down for 100,000.
That's funny.
So will they ultimately come up with some effective process to ensure a fair evaluation, rather than predetermining the outcome as we just heard Zen Garcia do? And if so, what method will they use to ensure that the funds are paid out should someone actually win? So I searched around a little and found the following at Zen Garcia's Sacred Word Publishing Facebook page. Okay, so here it says, Zen Garcia announced an open $8,250 challenge to any person or organization anywhere which can scientifically verify in 2 new experiments that either the Earth is moving or that there is measurable curvature. Anyone who likes can go to their Facebook page. Just click on the link below and read it in its entirety. But here is what I think I should highlight. Tentatively, we agreed that I would speak to an attorney about opening a trust account for holding for the duration of the challenge whatever money people are willing to contribute until the deadline is up at the end of the conference, which is November 10th, 2017. We don't expect to have to ever actually reward this money, since we know that it is impossible for the heliocentrists to come up with 2 new experiments which can verify either that the Earth is moving or that there is real measurable curvature. Since this is the latest statement they have produced that I can find, it doesn't instill a lot of confidence in the integrity of their offer of a reward. If anyone knows of any updated information, please let me know in the comments section below. For well over a year now, I've been carefully evaluating flat Earth arguments, and in the process also making preparations for creating a series of videos to present my findings. And I've now begun actually making and posting some of these videos to YouTube. I would have liked to take more time preparing them, but believe it is important for me to get them out there as soon as possible, since the reward offer of all but the initial $5,000 from Zen Garcia will be ended at the 2017 Flat Earth International Conference in November of this year. This will ensure that those in the Flat Earth community who have put up the funds for the Zen Garcia and Mark Sargent reward and are hoping to prove me wrong will have ample time to critically evaluate my arguments in their attempts to do so before the reward money gets transferred into my hands. So hopefully they are following through on their stated intentions and will in fact soon announce that they have come up with something that will ensure a fair and impartial evaluation of the evidence that I or anyone else presents. It does seem that at least some, like Jeranism, may be open to listen.
With all the nonsense that we're given and taught and fed and forced to believe, my whole thing was I was going to agree to start over, and one of my rules was to remain a student no matter what. So in my videos, if you do see something you don't agree with or you don't believe or you have evidence against, comment and bring your evidence and let's talk about it. I'm willing to learn, willing to change my mind at any point if given the evidence that matches my perception.
But others, like David Weiss and Adam Carter, might be more closed-minded.
Totally agree with Jonathan that, we don't know which map is right, that they're all kind of wrong, but the only thing that we know for sure is that we don't live on a spinning ball. I mean, that's beyond a shadow of a doubt. So
And in reality, it is the globe which is a projection of the flat circular world. This layout does still present us with a few problems though. Specifically, that some of the distances still seem to be off, and perhaps some of the land masses are not quite where we think they are.
Having just listened to Weiss and Carter, I get the understanding that they are not necessarily all that confident that the Earth is flat. But they, along with Garcia, as I read earlier from his reward offer, are certain that it's not a ball. So for this reason, I do hope that they can find people that are completely unbiased to form an independent panel to judge the entries. Obviously then, these rewards are not my actual incentive for producing these videos. What my real incentive has been will be explained later in this video. My initial goal is to establish a solid foundation of observable, easy to verify evidence that the Earth is a globe. In the process of doing this, I intend to make it very clear that it is not possible for the flat Earth model to provide an accurate visual representation of the Earth. After I've clarified these facts, I will show how effectively the globe Earth correctly predicts and incorporates other easy-to-find data and observations, and do so by leading my viewers through a step-by-step process whenever possible. This will make it easy to follow my logic, to repeat my experiments, and to attempt to refute them if anyone should be so disposed. Even though this project has been rather intriguing, I'm not sure that I would have even begun down this road had it not been for one overriding factor. The Flat Earth video that I had been asked to watch, Robbie Davidson's movie The Global Lie, had been designed to convince us that the Bible is a flat Earth book.
You don't want to wake up, but it's like the Matrix, and it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Psalms 118:8. The world's lies. The Earth does not orbit the sun. Everything orbits around us. We're geostationary. We're motionless. Think, read, discover the truth of what God has laid out clearly in His Word, in the Bible. You will clearly see that everything gets clearer as you look out into the world and into the sky.
This troubled me greatly, since the information it provided that relates to the shape of the Earth is contradicted by scientific and observational evidence and by the Bible itself, as I intend to show in upcoming videos. To allow his claims and similar claims by other flat earthers to stand uncontested is to allow them to bring disrepute to the Bible and to the gospel of Jesus Christ. The more I researched flat earth teaching, the more I became convinced of this fact. But I also saw that it went far beyond even that, as in the following.
And this is called pre-existence or pre-election, predestination, whatever you want to reference it as. This is another thing that kept presenting itself to me in so much of the material. And so I wrote 2 of my other books, Sons of God and Skyfall, on these particular themes. And it shows that, and divinely inspired by the Creator that made us in His image, as well as that created the earth and encapsulated it with this firmament. And that because these truths are most certainly encoded into the scriptures, as well as this extra biblical material, I believe that in the work that I've brought forth, many people are now being forced to reconsider whether some of this other material is also inspired in the same way that the biblical narrative is.
So here we have just been listening again to the Flat Earth superstar Zen Garcia, who can often be found on social media platforms with other flat earthers. As problematic as that is for the flat earthers who claim to be Bible believers, it is beyond problematic when those flat earth leaders who claim to be in the forefront of calling all Christians to obey God feature him and his teachings on their own YouTube and other social platforms. This is a man who teaches a syncretistic gospel, joining, contrary to all biblical teaching, an ancient and modern paganism together with Christianity to teach what he considers to be a vital truth they both hold in common, that of the earth being flat.
And he's been involved with speaking about God, basically, for over 12 years. Zen, thank you so much for being here.
It's a great honor, and I'm glad to be here with you and your listening audience, and I thank you for the opportunity.
I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Where did you first begin your interest in spirituality, religion, and God? And how did that bring you to your conclusions about flat Earth?
Well, I've been involved in spirituality and seeking the divine for a very long time, even since early childhood. And in my teenage years, I decided to leave and just go across the United States and visit Wyoming and California and all these beautiful places which were really inspirational. And I was involved at that time in shamanism and doing sweat lodges and vision quests and really getting to know the divine and the aspects of the divine through Native American theology and perspective and understanding. And I've got great respect for the Native peoples and the way that they treat everything with sanctity and sacredness. And I was involved in a lot of the New Age teachings at that time because all of that was up and coming. And this was in the late 80s.
And as a central part of his teaching, he deliberately and unequivocally elevates anti-biblical and anti-Christian scriptures and beliefs to the same level of inspiration as that of the Bible itself. Here we find Rob Skiba, a leader in the Hebrew Roots movement, promoting Zen Garcia and even going so far as calling him brother.
And it is my pleasure to welcome to the Revolutionary Radio Project, not for the first time. He's been on my show before when I was on Blog Talk Radio, but for the first time here on Truth Frequency Radio Network. Zen, are you there, sir?
I am, brother. It's a great honor to join you, and I applaud you in all of your efforts because you have been on the forefront of this topic and you have done fantastic shows. You should be applauded for all your efforts.
Well, thanks, brother.
I could do a whole YouTube video on this topic alone. In fact, I intend to do so as a lead-in to a whole series of videos that will show how the Bible differs from paganism and flat earth dogma. In those videos, I will show that even Lester Crowley, the man who proudly called himself the Great Beast 666 and who was often called the wickedest man in the world, is finding a platform in the flat earth movement. The seductive, New Age, shamanistic, Gnostic, anti-Semitic environment of the flat earth community presents an ever-present danger to anyone who is not armed with solid evidence as to the fundamentally flawed underpinnings of the entire flat earth construct, both scientifically and biblically. For this reason, I intend to deconstruct the flat earth edifice piece by piece, beginning with its errors of science and everyday observations of the natural world, and then moving on to errors relating to the Bible. This is a series no one interested in the ideas of the Flat Earth movement can afford to miss. Thanks for watching, and if this describes you, don't forget to click on the subscribe button below and activate the notification bell to be alerted when my next videos are posted.